Made famous by another service member who gave his life for people he loved fighting in Iraq in 2007, First Lieutenant Travis Manion. Joining us now to share Chris's story and the reason her husband lived by those words, his widow, Debbie Hixon, and his mother, Tony Dixon. They join us now. Thank you both for being with us. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry. So, Debbie, tell me what happened on February 14th, what your husband did.
Well, my husband was security monitor at Marjory Stoneman Douglas, so when the call came over that there was something going on in the building, of course it was his job to run over and find out what was going on. So he ran into the building and encountered the shooter, and at some point in there tried to disarm him and lost his life trying to do that.
Tony, it's been all over the news that the school resource officer, the police officer, did not go in, but your son did, and he's a hero. He's so brave. Kids said that their lives were spared because of him. Tell us what he was like.
Oh, Chris was super. There's no words that can explain how much I loved him, and I still do love him. And he just did everything for me. There was nothing that I could ask for that he didn't provide for me. He was the best son any mother could ever want.
How do you get past something like this? It's all of our worst fear as parents.
I cannot get over it. I just can't. I keep waiting for him to knock on the door or come walking in the door, and he's not there. It's very, very hard. I kiss his picture every night before I go to bed, and I kiss it every morning when I get up. It's just traumatic. Very, very traumatic.
I'm sure. Debbie, tell me about your family and your children.
Well, we have two children that we had biologically. We have a lot other ones that we kind of have encompassed into our family. But we have a 26-year-old. His name is Tommy. He's a first lieutenant in the Marine Corps, followed in his dad's footsteps and serving our country in the military. And then we have a 22-year-old. His name is Corey. He has special needs, so he's a pretty special guy. And then, like I said, we have a couple of students that we took into our house and raised them like they were our own.
I know you buried your husband at Arlington National Cemetery in late February. Tell me about the story of how you decided to put Semper Fidelis on his tombstone.
Well, he's actually buried in the National Cemetery in Florida. On the tombstone we put, "If not me, then who?" which is the motto of the Travis Manion Foundation. And Tommy, my older son Tommy, his birthday was earlier in February, and he had asked people to do donations in lieu of giving him presents for his birthday. And so my husband and I learned about that foundation early this year in February, and we thought, wow, what an awesome thing. You know, we did a great job raising our son, that here for his birthday he's asking for people to donate to this foundation that really has the motto that we tried to teach our kids as they were growing up. You know, stand up, be present, be that person that is gonna to do the right thing. So we donated money instead of sending him a birthday present. So when it came time for us to decide what we wanted to put on the headstone, we wanted it to speak to what happened without just saying bluntly Marjory Stoneman shooting, because that wouldn't mean anything to people later on, you know, as the future went on. So when we thought about it, we were like, well, that motto really ties into how Chris lived his life. So let's use that. So that's how we decided to use it.
Oh gosh, well, we are so terribly sorry for your loss. Thank you so much for coming on. You know, he's a wonderful person, and he is a hero. God bless you both.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. The Roseanne reboot is here, and the show isn't afraid of getting political. Watch this.
You have voted for him, Roseanne? He talked about John.